Okay, let me start. Let me introduce first myself. My name is Laxmi On. I have around 6 years of experience in IT industry and 5 years of experience on teaching. A number of the students I teach that in talent pool, they are settled in multiple MNCs and multiple startups, and they are also settled in various regions, also settled in abroad, like America and the, um, London and Malaysia there. So this tool are used everywhere, entire the world. Okay. And my qualifications are I completed my MBA, and after MBA, I learned this course and I started my career with a ETL development course. In ETL development, we have a number of tools, and one of the tool I learned talent tool, and I started my work experience also with talent, complete talent developer. Yeah, that's it from my background. Yeah, why choose the ETL development or any tools? Okay, like some of the jobs are without any background, anyone can do, and some of the jobs we can do only uh, programming language. If you are interested programming language, if you are interested coding, and if you are interested in commands and those. And one of the course in data engineering, today I'm coming in front of you. Data engineering course, one of the data engineering course. Uh, Anyone can do this data engineering course, irrespective of your education, irrespective of your knowledge. Uh, so that's very simple. Okay, then uh, I share my screen, and this tool have that huge demand in market. Are you interesting? Sorry. Okay, now clear. I'm audible, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So let me open the Notepad++. Without any stress and without coding, without commands, without programming language. Is there also one of the development course that's also high priority in market and huge calls nowadays they are receiving, and huge requirements also, his recruitment also is going on. Okay, one of the data, it's a data engineering course. The data engineering. So in the data engineering, how under the data engineering have multiple courses. Like for example, let me open the notepad. Like this is a data in. Oh, sorry. This is the data engineering world. In the data engineering, This is a data engineering. And under the data engineering, have different platforms like Apache Airflow, Spark, and AWS Glue, and big data, and some else different data engineering courses available in market. Different data engineering courses are available in market. Different data engineering courses are available in market, and these different data engineering courses like big data, if you want to learn big data, it's also one of the data engineering course and belongs to if you if you join that, if you are continue the big data one of the data engineering course, you need to remember that all commands. Without commands, you cannot do this here. And Apache Airflow, Spark, PySpark, also one of the data engineering course. And if you want to continue here in this domain, you need to remember coding and programming language. And if you want to remember, if you want to continue the data engineering, one of that, another one is like PySpark, PySpark, Scala, and there also have need to deploying the codes. Need to deploying the codes. For deploy the codes, you need to remember some programming language to identify the errors or something. And one of the data engineering codes, another, it's a talent ETL tool. ETL tool. ETL tool. ETL tool also one of the data engineering course. And to learn this ETL tool, in number of ETL tools are available in market. Number of ETL tools are available in market. There is Informatica, Abnisio, Delboomi, and Talent, and IBM Dataspace. Number of the ETL tools are available in market. If you want to continue to learn Informatica, again you need to remember that for the processing of the files or developing the codes are something doing, and you need to remember that some commands. And to learn this IBM Dataspace, it's an outdated one. Now, most of the companies are also migrated to the IBM Dataspace to newly coming to the Talent. Talent is upcoming, newly coming to the Talent. So these are the number of ETL tools. Today I'm coming in front of you. One of the ETL tool is Talent. One of the ETL tool is Talent. What is the specialty of this Talent? Till now clear? What is the role and responsibility? In data engineering, a number of the data engineering courses, and in that one of the is the ETL tools, and in ETL tools, one of the ETL tool development role is Talent. In this Talent, what is your roles and responsibilities? Do you continue in your real time? Yes.
So in it, now we are not going with the Informatica or Omniscient, only with going
No,
with the
with
Talent.
Talent. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's this course is Talent training.
Okay.
Okay.
What's the difference? Like, is there any are we going to use only the same queries or any difference in this?
Any ETL language, any ETL course also, some of the roles and responsibilities are applicable for all ETL tools.
Okay. Okay.
All ETL tools, whatever we are roles and responsibilities will be applicable in Talent, and all these roles and responsibilities to applicable to the Informatica, Abnisio, IBM Dataspace, and other Oracle data integration, all everywhere. So,
Okay.
what is the roles and what is the roles and responsibilities? Very simple roles and responsibilities. If you are a ETL developer, if you are a, sorry, if you are a ETL developer, and the roles and responsibilities are very simple. Extracting the data from multiple sources, extracting the data from multiple source systems. What are the multiple source systems? Let me discuss. Extracting the data from multiple source systems. Like for example, extracting the data through SQL, or from database. Sorry. Extracting the data from database, or extracting the data from files, or extracting the data from cloud, or APIs. API. The role is, for very first role is extracting the data from multiple sources. Either the data is in database, or either the data you will be received in the form of files. The files also have the different types of the files you will be received, like CSV files, text files, and JSON files, XML files, and Excel files, and positional files. These are the different types of the files we have will be received, or you will be receive the data in the form of cloud platform. We are integrated to that cloud platform, or you will be receive the data as a APIs, means URL. URL. Your role is you are extracting the data from multiple sources. These are the multiple sources. This is the raw data. Raw data. You are extracting the data from multiple sources and transform the data. Transforming the data here. Transformations. Extracting the data from multiple sources. Transform the data. Transformations. All the transformations through ETL. Through ETL. All the transformations through ETL. Extracted the data here. Extraction. Extract. Extract means read the data. Read the data. Extraction. Read extraction. Transformations. Very simple roles and responsibilities. And loading. And loading. Extract the data from multiple sources, read the data from multiple sources, and transform the data according to the business standardizations. As per business standardization and customer satisfaction and customer requirements, we are transforming the data here and load into the database. Very simple roles and responsibilities. Here's your roles and responsibilities. We are extracting the data from multiple sources as an integration process. This extraction or reading the files or reading the data in database, how to read the data in database, how to read the data in files in different forms of the files, how to get that data from the cloud, and how to get the data from the APIs. Like these are the different platforms, different source systems. We get that, like FTP also one of the source system, file transfer protocol. Directly we go to that Putty. Through Putty, sir, through Putty we are login. Intermediate platform is a Putty. Through Putty we are login to the FTP. We are just downloading from that clients, our client systems to our system, business systems to our system, drag and drop. So we sources and transformations and loading. This is your in ETL perspective roles and responsibilities. Extracting the data from multiple sources and do the transformations and load. While extracting the data, no need of any commands. While extracting the data, no need of any programming language. While extracting the data, and no need of any coding. And in the transformations. As per the business standardization and business expectations, without coding, without coding and without programming language, and no programming language, no programming language, and no commands. No commands. Without any without coding and without programming language, without any commands to transfer as per the business expectations, we are transferring transformations, all the transformations, and do here in the transformations through components. We are using the components. Like for example, I want a particular column data. I want to extract the particular column data. In SQL, we are using the where condition, right? In SQL, we are using the where condition. But here, without where conditions, also without SQL queries, also we are transformations. We'll do the transformation, transforming the data. And like for example, if you are writing that delete some records are duplicate records, you are writing delete script in the SQL. Column wise remove the duplicates, and with primary key remove the duplicates. Sometimes query may be execute, sometimes might not be execute, and sometimes more columns you will be unable to execute the query. But through components, simple configurations, the components also simple configuration, we are removing the data. We are removing the duplicates. And one more very important, while you are facing any error, in these transformations, the tracing of the error, tracing of the bug also very simple here. We are using number of components in developing the job. Developing the job means to the transformations, right? As per that expectations, number of the components. If the job is failure due to some reason, and we are easily identify the bug and which component is having the bug, and the tracing of bug also very simple here. And then finally load the data into the database. That's it. Very simple roles and responsibilities. Extracting the data from multiple sources is not only talent, if you are take that any ETL tool also, not only for the talent this one, any ETL tool also, same roles and responsibilities. Extract the data from multiple sources. Either your project is configuration to extract the data from the database only. Either your project is configuration, extract the data from the customer will send the files day by day or every day, or they are sending the files to you, and transformations. Our customer sending the data through the cloud, or customer's data sending to the through APIs. We are extracted the data from multiple sources and transforming the data without coding, no programming language, no commands. Transform the data as per that expectation, no SQL also. But need to SQL whatever we are run the job for cross verification only. We are using the SQL. For cross verification only, we are using the SQL. Without all this, as per client expectation, we are transforming the data from we are transforming the data through components and load into the database. That's very simple. Not only that, talent ETL tool, and if you are Informatica or IBM data stage or whatever it is, the same component. What are the ETL tools are available in market? ETL tool, right? ETL tools. These are the ETL tools are available in market. See which is the first place is going. I'm browsing in the Google. Google also says talent is the first place. Now nowadays, most of the MNCs and startups and product-based companies are using this talent because of as per customer requirement, client expectations, as business standardization, talent is more developed and advanced versions. It will be advanced versions. So these are the ETL tools available in market. And one of the first place is the Talent. Talent is the ETL tool. So it is an open source tool. Anyone also can download, and their business works, business processes going through Talent, right? This is on, and the Informatica Power Center also one of the TTL tool. IBM, see, I said that IBM, right? And these are the small Oracle data integration, Panther. It's yeah, these are the different small ETL tools, and it is a one of the big ETL tool. And most of the companies are preferred to that ETL talent tool. It's an open source, so that why they are preferring that, it's a open source, and as per that their requirement, their policy, and all the updated version is available in this tool. In this tool. Okay, let me till now clear. Are any doubts, any questions?
Clear.
Yes, clear, right? Okay. Then I'll open the ETL tool. Yeah, this is a tool dashboard. This is a tool dashboard. Okay, this is a tool dashboard. Our most of the 95% spend our time in this dashboard. Most of the 95% spend our time in this dashboard. Okay, let me explain this each box. Let me explain that each box. This is one box, this is one box, this is one box. What is these boxes? Okay, let me explain the, yeah. Okay. What is the first line? The first line is Talent Open Studio for Big Data. Why this talent is mostly popular and populated in market, in sounds in market for using the big data. For using the big data also, their dependency tool is Talent tool. Dependency tool is Talent tool. Big data means they are using the Hive HDFC commands, Hive database HDFC commands, right? For dependency of using that Hive and HDFC commands to process the data. And before their dependency is ETL tool. Before dependency is the Talent. Without Talent, the big data is will not the data there, they will not get the data. That's the dependency of the data. So that's why it's more sounding on the Talent Open Studio. This is also one of the big reason, very big reason, because each and every company have that, each and every platform have that huge data, huge data in what the data they are processing. I'm saying about that from past 10 minutes to 20 minutes, they are processing the data. They are transforming the data, they are loading into the database. What kind of the data they are processing? What kind of the data the ETL only supported? And which data they are processing? They are processing banks domain data, banking data, and pharmacy data, banking data, pharmacy data, and retail industry data. Most of the companies are concentrated on the clients who are the bank clients. The bank clients give to researching the ETL tools and which tool is good in the market and which tool is more trusted into the market and which tool is same in market and which tool is as per our expectations. As per our expectations, we are reached to the tool and without any configurations and without any issues, without any challenges, and select the tool. That is a Talent tool. That is the Talent tool, right? And in this Talent tool, if we are facing any challenges also, if the big company only can resolve the all challenges. If the small company, they are facing any issue and they are taking more and more time. If the big company, if Talent is also one of the big company and all the entire these operations are the entire the world, they are using this Talent operations, right? The pharmacy data and bank data and retail industry data, they are processed. Okay. Talent Open Studio for big data. And 6.4.1 is the open source releasing version. Open source releasing version. When they are released that open source means in 2007 only they are released the open source this version. this version. And after 2017, only after 2017, this releases this version. And people are learning, started to learning 2000 from 2018. People are starting to learning 2018, and people are getting more chances from 2020. They are starting, they are learning, and the most of the resources are most of the requirements and recruitments are, and MNCs are also, they are settled with the talent only to process the data from 2020. From 2020 now 2024, right? From past 4 to 5 years, and number of recruitments are going on from 2020. 2017, 6/23, and this is a 6 means month 23 date. 1243. Each and every tool and each and every software have their own port number. This is the port number of the talent tool, and this is a project name, and connection is local window. Okay. And this window is called as a repository. Repository means wherever we have stored the files, all stored, developing the jobs, development of the jobs, and saving the files, all will be in the stored in the repository. Like as our brain, whatever we are learning as remember in the brain, right? And so, like there's the same, all the development code will be stored, saved into the repository. And this is a designer space. Designer space. Designer space means we are designing the jobs in this window. Designer window. We are designing the jobs. And here outline window. Outline window. Whatever the components will be used here, those components will be visible in this window. And this window is called as a configuration window. We are called some components, right? Whatever the components will be calling the components, and those components, the configuration of this component, right? In SQL also we do that transformations, right? Without SQL queries and SQL no programming, without commands, without coding, whatever that we are do transformations, the configuration. Like for example, if you are installing in your WhatsApp, install the WhatsApp in your mobile, you will do some configurations, right? Mobile number or your name, your country, you will get that OTPs, whatever the configurations are like as the same here also. If you are calling one component, as per that transformations, what is the configuration required, and all the configurations will be transforming here. So this is called configuration tab. In this configuration tab have multiple tabs. One is job tab, context tab, component tab, and run tab. These are the 5 tabs. Run tab means here we are running the jobs. Just drag and drop the, it's a completely drag and drop system. Drag and drop the components and drag and drop the designs and just run the job. Configure the any new business requirement, call the components and configure the components here and run the job. Okay, and very final last one is that this is a palette section. All the components are available in palette section. Now everything will be as a blank, right? Blank, white space. Now I'll design one. This is a introduction about the ETL dashboard. And one more important information I would like to say to you. If you are learning any tool, not only the talent, if you are learning any tool, thoroughly learn all options. Thoroughly learn that all options. What is this option? Why will be used? Where will be used? When will be used? Why, where, when? Only simple. Extract, transform, load, right? Extract, transform, load. Like why, where, when? Why will be used? Where will be used? And when will be used? When will be used? That is it. And yeah, this is about the ETL developer, data engineering course, ETL developer, talent developer introduction. Let me,
Like why, what's the difference between this Informatica and this talent one? Like any difference for these two, or both are same? Like
one line difference means they are processing data through commands. If you are need to be learn the Unix commands. Here we are No need of any commands also. That is the one difference between Informatica and Talent. Everything will be same.
Okay,
Yeah.
but here when once we develop, right, like
Mm.
to validate the data, these things, are we going to use these comments or no need
No,
for
no need of any commands. No need of any commands to develop this tool. No need of any commands. And one more, one more difference is something older than that Talent. That is the one more difference. And another difference is transformations. Transformations are they are all the business requirements. They are transformations. They are whatever the following the transformations, and not all the transformation, all the components is not available. They are depending on that who are the Java background people. Java background people for writing the some conditions. But here, without any Java background also, we are continue with that. And if you are write that any conditions, we write the small if conditions through this tool.
Okay.
Yeah, that is the differences between Talent and Informatica. You're already Informatica tester, right?
Yes, that's what I want to understand. Like, what's the difference in how can we do this? Yeah.
Yes. That's it. Today's class. Tomorrow we'll
And in this course, are we going to cover the SQL queries also, or only just about this tool only?
SQL queries also. SQL queries, data warehouse concepts, and ETL. Three parallelly going on.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like, for example, one job is developing.
Mm-hmm.
This is my previous jobs. One job will be developing that ETL tool. How the data flows from through components in this tool, and same data, how the data will be going on through the database with the SQL queries. Like here filter condition, right? In the SQL, we are using the where condition and sort row component. In SQL, we are using that order by condition, right? And here the unique row component for removing the duplicates. In SQL, we are writing the script to remove the duplicates. First identify the duplicates, then remove the duplicates. We are writing the some scripts. And here filter columns means adding the columns, remove the columns, and shuffle the columns. And SQL, we are alter command are using to add the column to that existing columns, right? And are using that after add the columns and set the data to filters data also to use the set commands to fill the data. And whatever this job and this flow is continues completely in the through components. This flow is completely through components, and the same data, how the data flows are through database also. We are going to the cover our training.
Okay.
Yeah. That's it. Tomorrow we'll come to the class and we'll discuss how to read the file through Talent without any programming language and without anyone. How to developing, how to reading, and how to transformations and loading. And tomorrow we'll see. These are
Okay,
that reading the data. Yeah.
Yeah, before starting, how we need to install any tools or everything?
Yeah, this is the tool. I'm giving this tool to you.
Okay, so we need to install in our system.
Yes, yes. In your system, you need to
This
install this tool.
this is for this we won't need any. We can download it freely. Only require any.
No. Downloading from free, open source. That is also, we have one more
Okay.
session, how to install the tool. We have one more session. In the session, will be continued.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. These are the transformations, how to do the transformations as per the business expectation and loading the data. The data is flow from left to right? You know that. Extracting, transforming, and loading. Yes. Yeah, that's it. Tomorrow we'll come to the class and learn many more things.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.